Israel just shocked all religious people with this. Dive into the heart of a monumental decision as Israel embarks on a historic journey toward the construction of the Third Temple in Jerusalem. This decision, laden with religious, political, and cultural implications, reverberates across the globe, challenging long-held beliefs and sparking fervent debates. Join us as we unravel the complexities surrounding this sacred endeavor, exploring the hopes, fears, and aspirations of diverse communities. Witness the delicate dance between tradition and progress, faith and diplomacy, as the future of the Temple Mount hangs in the balance. Stay tuned for the latest updates. Biblical prophecy of Jesus Christ's second coming on earth includes it as a major component. Jerusalem is being used to build a third temple. Israel is currently seeing a movement to bring it about. Ever wonder why the third temple in Jerusalem is significant? How come its design has been a source of controversy for so long? Come with me as we explore the third temple's past and mystique. This structure is unlike any other. For the global Jewish community, it stands for a pillar of faith. Being a representation of religious devotion, its significance goes back to antiquity, a historical landmark as well as a sacred place for worship. This location was once home to the first temple, commonly referred to as Solomon's Temple. After it was destroyed, a second temple was constructed, but it was also destroyed. Since then, the location has served as a flashpoint for political and religious conflicts. If the third temple is built, it will be a major turning point, a sacred site restored, and a beacon of hope for a great number of people. The road to rehabilitation is not simple, though. For the Muslim community, the location known as the Temple Mount is also holy. It houses the Dome of the Rock and the Al Aqsa Mosque. The fact that these religious structures coexist is evidence of Jerusalem's distinct religious and cultural diversity. However, it also supports how complicated the situation is. Building plans for the Third Temple have encountered many obstacles and ardent opposition over the years. The advancement has been hampered by a wide range of issues, including political unrest, religious disagreements, and archaeological concerns. It's a narrative of faith among adversity, the past versus the present, and hope versus despair. There are many unanswered questions as the Jewish community works to reconstruct their holy temple. One of the most urgent might redefine Jerusalem's religious harmony. Will the Muslim community allow the reconstruction of this revered Temple Mount? Is the unanswered issue. The Jewish community has recently decided to move on with the construction of the Third Temple. Despite its significance, this choice wasn't made in a vacuum. It's the outcome of years of thought, motivated by a strong conviction that building the Third Temple is about more than merely fulfilling a religious dream. Nevertheless, it also demonstrates the tenacity and steadfastness of the Jewish community. For those who are unaware, Jewish theology places a great deal of importance on the temple. In the prophecy of redemption, it stands for the last phase, a representation of the restoration of the Jewish people to their spiritual and psychic roots. Strong symbols of the struggles the Jewish community has endured throughout history are the First and Second Temples, both of which were destroyed. It follows that religion plays a major role in the decision to build the Third Temple. It's about standing up for the freedom of the Jewish community to practice its religion. Their resolute commitment to their faith and heritage is powerfully declared in this statement. However, this was not a hastily made choice. The Third Temple site is planned to be erected in a place where the Jewish community is aware of the difficulties surrounding it. Not only is it a historically significant location for Jews, but it also holds significance for Christians and Muslims. In actuality, one of the most contentious religious locations on earth is the Temple Mount. Thus, the Jewish community's choice requires careful consideration. Respecting their religious beliefs while avoiding upsetting the delicate balance between the various religious groups who revere the Temple Mount is the main goal. Still up for debate, though, is how other people will view this choice. Will it be perceived as a move in the direction of religious liberty? Or will others perceive it as provocative? Would it narrow rifts or bridge gaps? Will it encourage communication or exacerbate discord? Will this choice start a new chapter in understanding or fan a conflict? Only time will tell. The Muslim community is ultimately responsible for responding to the Jewish community's decision. This is a sensitive issue that needs thoughtful attention and a cautious approach. Both Muslim and Jewish populations place a great deal of importance on the Temple Mount, also known as Haram al-Sharif in Arabic. This hallowed location has served as a center of religious and cultural identity for millennia, and much thought and worry has been given to its future. The opinion of the Muslim community about the Third Temple's reconstruction is nuanced and multidimensional. The deeply ingrained historical and religious narratives that are entwined with the place are equally as important as the physical building. Currently situated atop the Temple Mount is the Al Aqsa Mosque, the third holiest place in Islam. The Muslim community is worried that any changes made to the location would upset the balance and cause hostility and strife. Several Muslim leaders and organizations have recently expressed their opinions through communication. Numerous people have urged amicable communication and respect for one another, highlighting how crucial it is to comprehend and acknowledge the deeply held feelings and beliefs connected to the Temple Mount. But it's crucial to remember that there are differences within the Muslim community. Opinions and attitudes vary among communities, individuals, and places. Some people are willing to talk about the Third Temple, while others are adamantly against the site being altered. It requires careful balance maintenance, a tightrope dance between upholding religious customs and adjusting to changing social dynamics. The Muslim community has reacted to the Jewish community's choice in several ways. There have been nonviolent demonstrations, community gatherings, and diplomatic initiatives to express worries and look for solutions. These acts demonstrate how crucial communication and compromise are to handling this tricky situation. The way the Muslim community reacts will determine how the Temple Mount develops in the future. Any conversation regarding the Third Temple must take into account their worries and points of view. The Third Temple's future is largely dependent on the Muslim community. Current updates and developments. As of right now, the circumstances surrounding the Third Temple are still changing. There has been a lot of activity in Israel and abroad as a result of the Jewish community's decision to move forward with building the sacred temple. It is indeed a spectacle to witness the present developments. Architects and historians are collaborating to guarantee that the temple's designs are carefully crafted so that the final product will reflect the grandeur of the original building. But there have been some bumps in the road to the building. To put it mildly, there have been diplomatic difficulties. Ongoing discussions are being held with the Muslim community and other relevant parties. And how these talks turn out will be a key factor in determining the future of the temple. Numerous developments have occurred during these conversations. The Jewish community has proven to be incredibly resilient and determined, overcoming the challenges and carrying out their ambitions. Their cause has been strengthened by the financing and support they have been able to obtain from a variety of sources. However, there have also been setbacks, and the matter has become more complicated as a result of legal challenges and demonstrations. There is now more scrutiny and controversy surrounding the Temple Mount because of its hallowed status, with several organizations claiming their rights and making demands. While waiting for the possible building, preparations are being made. Researchers in the fields of archaeology, history, and religion put out endless effort, investigating historical animal life to make sure that, should construction move forward, it will be as true to the original and considerate as feasible. The Temple Mount is a source of conflict as well as a symbol of faith in our day. Although its significance is apparent, its future remains unknown. Despite the many obstacles in the way, every step we take toward building the Third Temple moves us closer to a solution. There are uncertain times ahead for the Third Temple, and everyone on the planet waits in anticipation. The Third Temple story is a tale of politics and faith entwined. As we approach the conclusion of this story, let's go over the main themes we've covered. In the middle of our tale is the Third Temple, a deeply significant religious and historical icon. For the Jewish community, who just decided to proceed with plans to repair the holy structure, its possible reconstruction is a matter of great significance. However, there are some hurdles along the way. The idea has drawn criticism from the Muslim community, which has strong ties to the Temple Mount as well. A further thread to this complex story is their response, which is filled with cultural and theological complexities. The conversation between these two populations is still upsetting this historic endeavor's trajectory. The current events in this saga serve as a mirror for the difficulties associated with religious cooperation. As of right now, despite disagreement and delay, the Third Temple reconstruction project is moving forward. It serves as evidence of the delicate balance that must be maintained between tradition preservation and new path creation. We discover a microcosm of the larger human experience in this novel about faith, politics, and history. The Third Temple represents our collective efforts to comprehend coexistence and respect for one another in addition to being a physical monument. The strength of faith and the difficulty of religious cohabitation are brought to our attention as we work through the mystery of the Third Temple. We hope you found these statistics interesting as we continue to follow this topic as it develops. In conclusion, the journey towards the Third Temple is a testament to the intertwining of faith, politics, and history. As Israel moves forward with its plans, the world is witnessing a pivotal moment in religious discourse. Subscribe to stay abreast of the latest developments in this intricate narrative, where tradition clashes with modernity and unity is sought amidst discord. The Third Temple represents more than just a physical structure. It embodies the hopes and aspirations of diverse communities, challenging us to seek understanding and harmony. Subscribe now for continued updates and insights.